Yesterday, a little set photograph from Falcon and the Winter Soldier made its way onto the internet, and it showed U.S. agent holding the Captain America shield from Endgame. And if you're anything like me, you freaked the f*** out and you were like, whoa, why does that dude have that shield? What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor and Hulk smash that like button, and let's get right into this craziness when it comes to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, this set photo came out yesterday. It shows the Walker character. He is indeed going to be U.S. agent. We've been hearing about this for a while, but this is the very first time we get an actual leaked set photograph of what Walker will look like in the U.S. agent outfit. Now, we have to get into a lot of speculation. I'm going to talk about different rumors and things that have been going on. But this John Walker character as U.S. agent is a big deal, okay? It looks as though what they're doing here is trying to set him up as the new Captain America. And there's a lot of precedence for this. In the comic books, there was a run where they decided, where the basically Security Council, I believe it was like the Joint Chiefs or something like that, they all decide who the next Captain America should be. And we've seen other things leak out from the set that really makes it seem like there's a propaganda sort of thing happening here where the U.S. government is really trying to just make this John Walker character the new Captain America. But this, of course, runs counter to the wishes of Steve Rogers, the wishes of the actual Captain America, who we clearly see at the end of Endgame give the shield to Sam Wilson. Now, there are a couple of different options for what is going on here. We're unclear of exactly what is happening here. But there was a plot leak that came out a couple of months ago talking about how even Sam Wilson is going to admit that he should not be Captain America. Basically, this will mostly have to do with, according to this leak, the fact that Sam Wilson did not side with the U.S. government with the Sokovia Accords, that Captain America and Sam Wilson were on the opposite side of that fight, right? If you remember, Captain America is actually like a war criminal, right? After the events of Civil War, he is in hiding, he's doing his secret Avengers thing, but frankly, people really aren't that fond of Steve Rogers. Well, they still are fond of Steve Rogers, but the government sure ain't. And a lot of people are trying to paint him as a bad guy. And so in that plot leak, it was going to be this thing where the government was going to contact Sam Wilson and contact Bucky and just be like, look, guys, the world is in disarray right now. We need a Captain America, but it's not going to be a good look, Sam, if you become Captain America because you didn't sign the Accords. You are a criminal. And unless you sign the Accords and come over here and be a part of our team now, we're not going to let you be Captain America. And in that plot leak, what's really interesting is even Sam Wilson admits that John Walker would be a great Captain America. Now, we don't know why exactly Sam would say that. Perhaps it's because he just sees this image of John Walker and he just looks more like Steve Rogers. It's even possible that John Walker actually has powers. In the comic books, he gets powers and he's even depicted as stronger than Steve Rogers in some certain comic books as well. So there could be that aspect of it where Sam Wilson is just like, oh, okay, well, this guy has the powers, he has the look, and he's going to play nice with the government. You go be Captain America. I'm not interested in doing that. But according to that leak, you find out, or rather Bucky and Sam Wilson finds out, that this is all a nefarious thing, that what's going on with U.S. agent is not cool, that whatever the government is doing is not good, and he has to go get the shield back from U.S. agent, thwart their plan, whatever it is, and just go on to be Captain America in his own right. And there is obviously a racial element to this. In fact, in the original comic book series where they're trying to decide who should be the new Captain America, which literally does put the John Walker character as Captain America. So that's the run I'm talking about. But in that run, they literally do have people talking about how America is not ready for a black Captain America. And so it is going to be interesting. Is that going to play a part in the show? I think it will play a part in the show, but I almost hope it's sort of like a subplot, something that is real and something that people talk about and that Sam has to deal with. But I'd love for it to not be the total focus of the show. I'd rather have it be the focus of this propagandist sort of Sokovia Accord, you know, strong government, like this is us, and they prop up John Walker for that reason, while also having like a racial undertone to it. I think That would be really cool. But either way, it looks like, yes, the U.S. agent John Walker character is going to get the shield at one point in this show, and it's going to be announced. Like, he's being announced at like a conference, at some kind of military thing, which makes me think it's going to be state-sponsored. This idea of propaganda, because we saw a bunch of different posters for the show. That's going to be what's going on there. That the government is trying to make people feel safe and say, hey, look, we've got a new Captain America. He's strong, just like Steve was. He's all about helping us out, and he's going to help us defeat America's enemies and keep us safe from any potential threats. But another question is, like, how did he even get that shield? Is that the actual shield? Which a lot of people, you know, the deep lurkers on the internet and the Reddit people say, yes, that is the actual shield. And if it is the actual shield, how did he even get it? There were reports in some of the other leaks that, yes, Sam Wilson literally hands the shield over to the government, which I think would be crazy, but maybe very impactful on the story. There were also people talking about how the Thunderbolts, which we now know will be introduced in this show, are actually going to beat up Sam and Bucky and steal the shield. So wouldn't that be crazy if the Thunderbolts and General Ross, who are literally like working for the government, but sort of like hidden, right? Like, it's not out there in front for everybody to see. They're working in the shadows. What if they come and literally beat this homeboy up and take that shield? Wouldn't that be nuts? But to me, like, those are really the only two options. Like, the one option is Sam just gives the shield back. Sam is actually convinced, which I thought was a really interesting thread, like that Sam actually gets convinced that this is what would be better for the world if John Walker becomes Captain America and he can just go be Falcon. That might be the case. That might be what had happened, and Sam literally gives his shield to them, and then they discover that, oh no, that's not good, and Sam has to go get it back. Or they are literally cornered by some members of the Thunderbolts, maybe Taskmaster, maybe even Red Hulk. Like, yo, wouldn't it be sick if Red Hulk was in this thing, and Red Hulk and Taskmaster and maybe Zemo help to find Sam and Bucky, beat them up, and take the shield? That would be absolutely incredible. So maybe that's what's going on. We do know that Zemo with the purple mask is going to be playing a big role in this show, so it's very possible that that is what happened. So either way, it looks like there's this propaganda thing happening where they want U.S. agent to be the new Captain America. They're definitely trying to play that up, and one of two things is either happening, where Sam is convinced that John Walker is the man for the job and he gives the shield, or the Thunderbolts literally steal this shield and give it to this dude. And, like, you know, we could be seeing sort of a formation of this thing that I always... Are you ready? For Dark Avengers, guys. Take your shot. For Dark Avengers. Well, basically, nefarious characters that are state-sponsored, that are going to be used to sort of make the people of the United States and of the world feel more safe, and also, like, downplay the other heroes. The Avengers that are left are going to kind of be cast aside. You didn't sign the Sokovia Accords? Get out of my face, says Thunderbolt Ross. This is U.S. agent. He signed the Accords. Here we go. But I certainly want to know what you think is going on. Do you think it's more of a racial thing, that they were going to really play off of that heavily? Do you think that will be an undertone? And what would you like to see there? Because, I mean, it's a good thread. I just think that in today's day and age, if you go too hard on that thread, it's going to feel like just preaching down to people and just kind of doing this obvious message. I think it should definitely be there. It's not like it's not a reality. It's not like there wouldn't be people that would think that or say that, or Sam wouldn't feel that that's what was going on. But that's just my thoughts. I want to know what you think about the racial thing. And then what do you think about how they get the shield? Do you think that Sam gives it up willingly, like some leaks have led us to believe? Or do you think the Thunderbolts are going to steal that shield? And then how do you see it going down at the end? Because I truly believe that this show is sort of going to be the birth of Sam Wilson as Captain America. And I think for sure, he's going to be Captain America. Whenever we see him next in a movie in the MCU, he's going to be Captain America. And this show is going to show us how he becomes that. But I want to know what you think in the comment section below. And now let's shout out David Diebold. Indeed, it is the Thunderbolts that are rumored to make an appearance in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Man, I am excited for that. That's going to be crazy. So shout out to you, David. And now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. I want to know what other version of Captain America America actually had the gun on their hip, just like this US agent version that we get in this leaked set photo. And it's actually not the John Walker character. The John Walker character in the comic books, when he becomes Cap, does not actually use a gun. It was a different person that was Cap that used a gun. Who was it? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.